Hello everyone, and welcome back to another festive review. Apologies if my voice is a little off, I currently have a very fun festive cold that I'm getting over. So, Christmas time, a happy, joyful time of year to spend with your loved ones. A time for kindness, good food and presents. But what if that's stripped away? What about the other side of the holiday? The loneliness and sadness? Well, the writers used this as their main catalyst for the season 26 episode, I Won't Be Home for Christmas. And believe it or not, this is actually one of my favourite Simpsons festive episodes. Alright then, let's dive into this one some more and talk about I Won't Be Home for Christmas. So, unlike other episodes which tend to feature a larger opening set piece, this one more or less throws the spectator into the main plot and themes of the episode. Whilst finishing up work for the holidays, Marge calls Homer and asks when he'll be home. He assures her that he is just finishing up for the day and that he will be back soon. This short interaction over the phone is all the setup this fairly small plot needed. It's quick and effective in getting to the point and saves time for the much larger character beats to unfold. Now, this setup alone implies that this is just another marriage crisis episode, and to some degree I would agree with that. But I think the overarching setting of Christmas Eve sets it apart. Along with the fact that Homer really didn't do anything wrong here, he had every intention of coming home for Christmas. Moe lied to him about the time and guilt-tripped him into sticking around. Beyond this, more of the story is dedicated to the pair of them trying to find each other, which to me cuts through any possible crisis that the usual plot would exhibit. Which definitely sets this apart and makes it stronger than other episodes from the past. I really enjoy the character dynamics in this episode. I think it's where the real strength comes from. The main source of conflict is just Moe. He's a very lonely and desperate character, as the past 30 odd seasons have proven. But I think this one dials it up a lot. I think if this episode was set at any other time than Christmas, it may have been too much. But here it just works so phenomenally. Nobody wants to be alone at Christmas, and I feel like this sort of idea only works well with Moe. I think any other character from the show would fail to portray this as well.
Enjoy your evening with your wonderful, neon sign.
Yeah, last year I broke it just so the repairman would come. But I'll be fine.
I think this decision from Moe is a good segue into the nicer portrayal of Homer. It's Christmas. He can see that his friend is sad and alone. I think it makes sense for Homer to decide to stick around, oblivious to just how long Moe has already kept him via the wrong clock in the bar. I do think the easy resolution would be Homer inviting Moe to spend Christmas with his family, but then again, if this did happen, there would be no plot. I do, however, think it's a nice change to see this version of Homer opposed to jerk-ass Homer. And I appreciate that this isn't just a one-off. We see this nicer side via his interaction with Flanders towards the end of the episode, along with people at the cinema as well. As I said earlier on, Marge attempts to seek Homer out. This is due to the fact Moe comes clean about the bad thing he did. This is a nice change to Moe's usual harsher personality, but the decision really felt like it was lacking a motive. He finds Homer's wallet in the bar, makes a mean joke, and that just ends the scene. Then suddenly he decides to come clean to Marge. It's fine, I just think they could have done more. It could have been as simple as, Homer has a photo of his family in his wallet, so Moe feels bad and comes clean. It just felt slightly lacking to me. Despite the slightly heavier points this Christmas, I did still find this episode to be an amusing one. The whole lottery ticket segment is funny, and the joke it ends on is so random but so hilarious too. I actually laughed out loud.
This thing basically has no winners.
Yeah, but doesn't the money go to schools?
You have been to our schools. What do you think?
Welcome to Bring Us Your Toilet Paper Night. Don't worry, none goes to Willie.
Don't need it. I got me Starbucks napkins.
The whole episode is just pushing the theme of loneliness. Christmas is the best day of year. The exchange of presents, drinks, and generally having a spirit of goodwill for others. It's so nice. But equally, it can be the absolute worst. Being alone is miserable at the best of times, but during the holidays, it hits that much more. Given the solace idea here, I think this episode just nails it, and this extends just beyond Homer and Moe. I mean, the Simpsons family are alone in their search. Apu is alone working at the convenience store. Flanders is alone without a partner and his business is struggling. Many Springfield residents are alone at the cinema, and all the old folks feel alone and neglected at the retirement castle. It's just loneliness this Christmas time, and it's so sad. But despite the colder theme at play, the warmer side to these characters are clearly being exhibited. As I stated earlier on, Homer is so generous and kind across this episode, which is such a sharp contrast to how he normally is now. It cuts through the isolation very well. I mean, it's powerful small things like purchasing something from Flanders to help cheer him up. It's such a cool contrast to the theme. I thought it would be fun to see what some other people think. As usual, I will be keeping names and locations anonymous. I Won't Be Home for Christmas is a terrific Simpsons episode, with a well-written story and a ton of very funny scenes. For several seasons, Christmas episodes wasn't a common occurrence for The Simpsons, but over the past few years they have done one each season. This is certainly not the series' finest Christmas episode, but it is still a fun and very sweet episode and gets you into the mood for the holiday season. I like that Moe played an important role in the episode, and it was interesting seeing Marge and Homer in one of the biggest conflicts in their marriage to date. Filled with Christmas joy and lots of laughs, I Won't Be Home for Christmas is a very enjoyable Simpsons episode. After getting a tad too merry at Moe's on Christmas Eve, Marge tells Homer not to bother coming home. It was decent on the emotion side, but pretty lacking in humour. I was glad this episode wasn't a full-blown marriage crisis like I feared. When Moe admitted to Marge what the deal was, I gave a big sigh of relief. There were a couple of funny parts. My favourite was probably the little gingerbread house rake joke. That was cute. I also liked Homer being nice to Ned and not being a total jerk-ass. Thanks for the fan service with the term, by the way. Also, the promo for The Man Who Came to Dinner was awesome. Stoked for that episode now. I'll give this one a 3 out of 5. It's a solid Christmas romp and one of my favourite modern episodes. Well, that's my thoughts anyway. I would love to hear what you think in comments down below. If you enjoyed what you saw and would like to stay up to date with my content, then please hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, the best place to get drunk is at home. Merry Christmas, and I will see you on the next one.